Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series.
I'm at Gamescom and it is nuts.
Hey guys, it's Adam here, and yes, Gamescom was absolutely nuts. I mean, look at this. This is just like average day traffic, and it gets way worse than this on weekends. We didn't even go to that. So Gamescom, as you can see, that's my badge there. I got in through a buddy of mine named Ronald. He hooked me up through his company, Console Therapy, which I'll put a link to in the description. We got to go on Media Day, which is when it's not as insane. So I thought I would show you guys some of like the tour footage where I was just kind of walking around the convention center and stuff, and just show you guys kind of the stuff I did. Now, in case you're not aware, Gamescom is a big video game convention, kind of like E3 or PAX Prime or any of those, except of course for Europe, and it's in Germany. And so I was fortunate enough to go, so I brought along my girlfriend here, who seemed to really like the Fallout 4 mascot, maybe a little too much, dear. Anyway, so yeah, we just wandered around and just kind of looked at various things, but before going there, I had no idea how immensely huge Gamescom was. The shout out to Smite there. I got to go to a Smite tournament in Atlanta last year. That was really, really cool. And of course, they had all sorts of stuff like those giant mascots of Lego. Lego Avengers, got to play that. That was actually really fun. Not surprising. All the Lego games are really, really good. And then like this one, Lego Dimensions, which I was a little mixed on, but it's good. It's good. Nintendo's eShop. They made an effort to reach out to indie devs. I got to give them credit. Of course, Nintendo's booth. I ended up not really doing anything at Nintendo's booth because the lines were insane. And it's all games that are going to come out relatively soon, so I didn't really feel like wasting my time there. So you kind of have to pick your battles. However, for all you Amiibo collectors, I did get footage of this. It's every Amiibo released, plus ones that are still about to come out. Europe doesn't seem to value Amiibos the same way they do in the States, or here in the States. And like, I went into a store in Austria, and it's just they had all the super rare ones just sitting there on the shelves. It was really quite weird. I'm really glad I don't collect Amiibos. The Rainbow Six Siege, by the time you see this, I will have already gone to LA for an event for that, which is really cool. Anyway, so we made our way over to the Xbox booth because the guys I were with, including Ronald, that's really where they wanted to go, and since, you know, we were with them, that's of course where we decided to go. The Xbox booth was really cool, as you'll see. All sorts of great stuff. They had that car. I don't know if it's the same one they used at E3 for Forza 6, but it's the same model of car. We got in line for Quantum Break. A lot of these weren't actually demos, though. They were like the developers like showing you private gameplay. Quantum Break looks really cool, by the way. Like, it basically mixes a TV show with a game, and it gives you all sorts of insane possibilities. Then we went over to the EA booth. Honestly, I don't really care about anything EA is doing, but I saw, of course, these the Star Wars Battlefront stuff, the AT-AT, and of course they had this giant TIE fighter. I'm really sad about the Battlefront. I've been looking forward to that game for years, and they turned it over to EA, and I'm just not excited anymore. I mean, that game apparently doesn't even have a single-player campaign, which just kills me inside. We went up to the retro game area. I mean, look at that. You could play physical Pac-Man. The retro game area was awesome because it had all sorts of cool stuff like this. They had a whole, like, case full of Back to the Future merchandise and props and all sorts of awesome stuff. I mean, look at that. Maybe that doesn't mean anything to you if you don't like Back to the Future. I do. Back to the Future is amazing to me. I absolutely love that series. But they had all sorts of cool stuff. Random, like, obscure consoles and collectibles. Like, look at all this random Atari stuff. Way more than you're going to see footage of, unfortunately. I wasn't as diligent as I perhaps should have been. But I really liked it up there. Plus, it wasn't very busy because not a whole lot of people were up there. Look at this. They actually had one of those 20th anniversary PS4s, the ones that I think there was only like 12,000 of these made, something like that. Those are super expensive. They also had brand new Dreamcast games. The one on the right was Dynamite Dreams, and this one is Bat Puncher. I didn't get to talk to the devs, so I'm not sure if those are coming out in a physical release or what their deal is. However, they did have a section of a lot of the already existing independent games you could actually buy there if you wanted to. They even had the Redux 2 soundtrack available, which was a little surprising. It was odd to see that since that game isn't coming out for quite some time, but it was there, and I thought that was neat. Then, of course, they had Ghostblade, which is an upcoming Dreamcast game that I'm really excited about. It looked like a lot of fun, and you know, you have to understand that even though the controller's there, you don't always just feel the desire to grab it because you don't know if you're supposed to or not. But then the developer talked to me, the publisher, the guy who runs HughCast, Renee, and he said, go ahead, play it. So I grabbed the controller, and whereas you can see me here playing it, and Ghostblade is a lot of fun. Like, you know, I'm not that good at shmups, but I had a good time with that one. It's a good vertical shmup. They made a big deal about how you can rotate the monitor to adjust the game, and I know that's a big deal with a lot of shmups for people, so I wanted you guys to know that that's going to be a feature in this game.
Got this weird-ass Fammy clone. Look at that shit. Then we got this. Neo Geo CD. Got this controller here, which I'm using for the first time. What the hell's going on? Oh, alright.
Okay.
Alright, let's start that over. Alright, play Neo Geo CD. This is kind of fun. I'm not sure what game it is. Doesn't say.
Let me see the controls.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Okay. There's the console itself. 2 controller ports. Back. No, I'll take it. Thank you, Ben. On the back we got. Looks like composite and color. I'm not gonna move it. Not mine, but. Yeah, really cool to see one of these in person. Samsung new one. Pretty cool. It's just a DVD player, basically. Let's try this out. Pippin. Two controller ports. There's the controller with this little wheel thing. These multicolored buttons. It's got 3 buttons on the bottom for some reason. 2 up there. Horrible controller. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with this thing. Nothing seems to do anything. That guy moved.
Yeah, the image for that's going to be horrible.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Oh, wait, okay. This is like a mouse.
I can't possibly catch footage of that.
Yeah, straight down there.
I can't possibly.
So yeah, checking out the Apple Pippin was really cool, as well as all those other weird, obscure consoles. I wanted to give you guys another close-up look at the Apple Pippin because I had never actually got to play one or see one up close before. It was really very neat. It's got composite ports. It's actually got a VGA port on the back, which is really, really cool. But yeah, back to the convention itself. Now, this was really awesome. So we went back to the Microsoft booth the next day, and we found out that Microsoft was giving away exclusive Xbox One consoles based on Rare Replay, which is an awesome release, by the way. So in order to do that, that's what the console looks like. You'll get a shot of it in a second. Now, basically what they would do was they would pull people up on stage. You know, you'd volunteer if you wanted to, and then if you're lucky, you'd get picked. And then you go up and you play against 4 other people, grand total of 5. And the winner in the contest would get to basically keep that console. And it was basically all you had to do is play a section of Battletoads, and whoever had the best time won. So that I was really hoping I would get picked. I did not. This guy ended up winning, at least at the time we were there. They did this every day. They had a total of 5 of these, and they ended up giving all 5 away. So those guys were extremely, extremely lucky. So when we found out that Microsoft was giving away a bunch of stuff like that, we kind of just hung around the Microsoft booth because, you know, free stuff, and free stuff is awesome. Who doesn't want free stuff? Microsoft in general is always pretty good about that. After that, they did this big photo shoot with Halo stuff, which was really very cool.
We're at Gamescom!
Yes, we were. Microsoft, as you can see, was broadcasting this, which was pretty cool because we had kind of pushed our way to the front, and as a result, we ended up on TV, apparently. Shout out to Jeff Tavares. Oh, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. You can see Ronald there in blue, and then me on the right of him, and then my girlfriend to the right of me, which was pretty cool. If you want to see another Gamescom video based on her experiences, the stuff she got to do, you can check out her channel in the description, or just, like, click up here. Then, as you can see, tons of stuff. Like I said, Microsoft loves to give away stuff at conventions. Those are sunglasses. And as a result, we kind of ended up hanging around the Xbox booth a little bit more. This was a laser tag thing they did, again, to give away an exclusive console. Again, I was hoping I would get picked. It was based on Quantum Break. Spoiler alert, I did not get picked, which is not that surprising, of course. I don't know what the console itself ultimately looked like. They never showed it, unlike the Rare Replay one. But, you know, once again, congratulations to the guy who did win it. That's him right there. And in case you're wondering, I never ended up going over to the Sony booth because I was told it wasn't going to be very good. It was relatively small, and that Microsoft was absolutely dominating. Which this ultimately confirmed it. Now, the guy right there on the left is Ronald. The guy on the right is Chris Charla. Now, he's one of the heads of Xbox's independent game development. And my buddy Ronald there was talking to him for a bit. And for no apparent reason, Chris gave him these. These are VIP wristbands. And what they would do is they would allow us to skip the line and go absolutely anywhere we wanted in the Xbox booth section. Which you can imagine how awesome that is when the average queue time is about, 3 hours. So, yeah, basically, here's me jumping all the way to the front because I have this wristband. It was absolutely awesome. Then we just hung around the Xbox booth at that point. Really cool Battletoads thing right outside the Rare Replay booth. Outside the Minecraft booth, they had this thing for leaving feedback. So I came up with the only suggestion I could think of, which was Shenmue Minecraft. What the hell else was I going to suggest? I don't know. I know that's pointless, but it was cool. If you're thinking, wow, Adam has the handwriting of an 8-year-old, yeah, you're absolutely right. I do.
Hey guys, I'm at Gamescom. This is day 3, and we are in the Microsoft Xbox Lounge. This is for VIPs only. Take a look.
So this VIP lounge was accessible to anyone. Basically what you would do is every time you completed one of 8 Microsoft events, you would get this little card. And then you could, once you had all 8 cards, you could get into the lounge. And as you can see, my girlfriend immediately ditched me and went off and played a game on her own. So I went off and played Forza 6 for a little bit. Now, of course, we had those wristbands, so getting all 8 cards was actually pretty easy. But the lounge itself was really cool because you basically just had couches and bean bags, and they were all set up with TVs of all the games, and you could just play them right then and there, no lines, no waiting. Which was really cool. Though I must admit, Forza 6 isn't really my thing, but of course it was there, so I decided to check it out. And I need to warn you guys that Gamescom is huge, like way bigger than I would have ever guessed. In all the time we were there, which was 3 days, I don't think we even covered 25% of what's there, largely because physically the scale of the place is massive, but also just the sheer amount of human traffic. I mean, it takes hours to do anything. We just got a minor miracle there that we were able to do all the Xbox stuff because Chris Charlo was so cool and just gave us those wristbands for no real reason. So I really would love to extend a thank you to him. But anyway, as you can see, I got to play Cuphead here. Now my girlfriend and I decided to tag team, and unfortunately she got killed relatively quickly. Cuphead, by the way, is awesome. It's really hard, at least at its current state. They kept saying like they're gonna, calm it down. I thought this was all like computer animated. Turns out they hand animated this entire game, and that's really sweet. And Chris Charla unofficially, shall we say, confirmed it will get a physical release, but probably not for a while. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the final version of that. And I want to extend a shout out to a buddy of mine. Of course, I've talked about it a couple times. My buddy Ronald, who hooked me up with Gamescom. He got me in there. So a huge thank you to him, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll leave you with this final thought. The absolute best thing about Gamescom was this.
Look, free food!